Hey guys, so this is going to be a video on my thoughts of the Playtex drop-in bottles, the new design. I got a question on one of my videos about how I like the new drop-in bottles, and so I thought I would just do a review on what I think about the bottles. And these are the bottles that I'm talking about. This is the new design. I know that there's a few different kind out here, but this is the newest one that they came out with, and I have to say that I do love these bottles. I always knew back, even when I was trying to conceive, that I was going to be using the Playtex drop-ins when I did have a baby, because of the reviews that I read online. They were like one of the best bottles out there. The only thing that anybody ever complained about as far as the bottles go are the liners. You have to buy these liners to go with the bottle, and this is what they are. So you have to buy these. They come separate, and to me, I don't think they're very expensive. They're for 50 liners, it's $5, or you can get 100 liners for $8. So you might as well just spend that $8 and get the 100 liners. So I don't think it's expensive, but that's just my opinion. I did hear people saying that they would wash and reuse their liners, but me myself personally, I don't do that, but I know that some people do. So yeah, I love the bottles. They come in two sizes. There's 4 ounce and then there's 8 ounce, which the 8 ounce liners actually expand to 10 ounces, is what the box says. I haven't had to use that many yet. My daughter is only drinking 4 ounces right now. So we are completely done with the 4 ounce bottles. She's drinking 4 ounces, but I noticed that when I fill it up with water to the 4 ounce, it's pretty much to the top of the liner. There's like a little bit of space, but then when you add your powder, your formula, it goes all the way up to the rim, like the very, very tippy top of the liner. Here, I'll show you what I mean. So like this is 4 ounces right here, and then when you put your 2 scoops of formula in, it goes all the way up to the rim, and then you shake it, and I noticed that it kind of leaks a little bit. But when she was drinking the 2 and 3 ounces, I didn't have that problem with these bottles. So I think it's just because it's so close to the top. So we stopped using these, and now I'm using the 8 ounce bottles, and I took the medium flow nipples off of the 8 ounce bottles, and I put her slow flow nipples on there. So she is not using the medium flow nipples yet. I tried it and she like spit all over the place. But anyway, yeah, what I like about these bottles is the cap actually comes off like that, and it sticks to the bottom. Also, it turns. This is probably my favorite feature of the bottle, is it angles like this. As we all know, that these bottles are actually, the bottles that angle are actually really good for your baby, especially if they have colic or gassy or spit up. I know the old Playtex bottles didn't do that, so that's why I said this is the new design. The new design actually has the 2 options where you can have it straight or you can turn it. And the same with the small ones too. They can do the same exact thing, and I like these so much better. Also, you can get all of the air out of these bottles when you're feeding your baby. You just have to push the bag up, and you can like hear the air. And then I don't know if you could see the water is coming up. So if that was milk, you'd be completely pushing out all of the air out of the bottle and then feeding it to the baby. So you know your baby's not going to get any air at all, except for like maybe what it sucks up on the sides of the mouth or whatever. But yeah, so really good bottle. what else can I say about this bottle? They also have different nipples that you can choose from. There's a variety pack of 4, and I believe it's like $10, maybe 8 or $10. And there's 4 different types of nipples. So if your baby doesn't like, say, this nipple is called the natural latch. And she took this one, so I didn't have to experiment with the other nipples. But there's like a box of each nipple, so that way you can see which one that your baby likes. And I think that that was really, really neat, because a lot of the times babies will only take certain bottles because they only like the certain nipples. Well, here you can still use this bottle and you have 4 options. So more than likely, you know, your baby will find at least one of those nipples that it will take. So I really like that too. I know I definitely recommend these, and if I did have any more kids, I would keep using these for sure, unless they would come out with something better than this. But I would probably always use the Playtex drop-in system. I do wish that it would have came if they, my words, I do wish that they would have made them a little bit more cuter. I know there's a lot of bottles out on the market that are cute. They're, you know, pink for girl and blue for boys, or they have like little, you know, little pictures and designs on them. It would be really cool if Playtex would do that for the bottles. I know they used to for their like old bottles, like back in the day when I was young, because I seen those bottles. The Playtex drop-ins have been around for a really long time. And they used to have like different designs and different colored caps and stuff like that on their bottles. And even the set that they had out before this, this part right here would either be yellow or pink or green or blue. I seen that, but like for the new system, they're just plain white. I haven't seen any colored ones anymore anywhere. And I think it would have been cute if they would have had like the plastic, it'd be like pink, like the Advent bottles, and I think the Tommy Tippy bottles do that too. When they first came out, they were just plain white, but now they're making their new designs. They actually have color to them. But yeah, what else? Oh, you cannot microwave or boil these bottles. Boy, my words are messed up. So what I do is this part of the bottle never ever gets dirty, because you're not putting any milk in it. Basically, it's just holding the bag. So I hardly ever wash this part of the bottle. I'll probably do it maybe every couple of days, but I always wash this part of the bottle. I wash the cap, and I wash the nipple, and I wash this thing here. Oh, another thing about the nipple, or the top, is there's in a cap there's this little circle thing, if you can see that, and the nipple fits right in it perfect, and it kind of squishes it down. So if your bottle's in your diaper bag, or you know you're shaking it up or anything, it doesn't get milk all over the place like some of the old bottles were. So that's another good feature. But like I was saying, when it comes to sterilizing them, you really don't have to worry about this part of the bottle. But you can still wash it with hot water and soap, because I do sometimes, but not all the time. But for the tops of the bottles, I use this, which is the Munchkin reusable bags. You get 6 of them for $5. And let me open one up and show you. I got these at Walmart, and if you're going to use the Playtex bottles, I definitely recommend these to sterilize your nipples and stuff in. I think it's a lot faster than boiling them, and there's no you don't have to worry about forgetting that they're on the stove boiling and then you warping your nibbles and have to go out and buy new ones. You just put all your nibbles and stuff in here. I do not put the caps in there. You probably could if you want to, but actually no, I probably wouldn't put the caps in there. I put this part in there. These two, I take them apart, wash them, and then put them in there. And I just take this and I wash it with my bottle brush real fast. So yeah, so you put those 2 pieces in here. You fill it up with water. I also use this to sterilize her binkies. I do her binkies like every other day, every 3 days. And so I put her binkies in here when I'm doing her bottles. And You just stick a little bit of water in there. You put them in the microwave for what is it? Depending on the watts of your microwave. I put mine in for 2 minutes. It says you can do 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes depending on the watt of your microwave. I do 2 minutes. You just let it sit. There's this little hole right here where you can pour out the hot water. You want to let it cool down for a little bit before you open the top because of the steam that comes out, because the steam cleans. And then there's 20 uses for each bag. And then there's this little right here where you just mark off every time you used it, so that way you can keep track. And I think it's for $5 and you get 6 of them and you get 20 uses per bag. I think it's a pretty good deal if you think about it. If you're only sterilizing and washing your bottles once a day like I do, one of these bags will almost last you a whole month. So this box will probably last you about 4 months, because there's 6 bags, about 3 or 4 months. Yeah, as far as the bottles go, I would recommend getting about 8 bottles. That's what I did. I did have 6, but then it wasn't enough to get me through 24 hours, and I was washing bottles twice a day. So 8 hours is good for me. For all day and all night, it's enough bottles so that I only have to do the washing and the sterilizing once a day. So I would recommend getting 8. And for me, I would say buying the 4-ounce bottles was a total waste of money. I mean, they were nice to have, but she's 6 weeks old and I already moved her to the big bottles. So you think about, I bought 8 bottles, and they're about $6 a piece, $6 or $7 a piece at Walmart, and you can also get them at Kmart and Target, Babies R Us. I think they're a little bit more expensive at Babies R Us. And it was kind of a waste because she only used them for 6 weeks, so it's kind of expensive. I would just go ahead and go to 8-ounce bottles, so that way you can keep them for longer, and just buy the different size nipples. That's all. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I think that's what I would do with the next baby. I wouldn't even bother with the 4-ounce bottles next time. I'll just keep these ones, and I'll probably get rid of the small ones, but I'll hang on to these ones in case I have another baby sometime soon in the future. But we'll see. Maybe they'll come out with a different a different bottle through Playtex, like a different design. So yeah, so that is what I think about the bottles. What it all comes down to is what I recommend it. I would definitely recommend these bottles. They're awesome.